So everybody's been talking about this new fragrance from Valentino. It's called Donna Born in Roma Ivory. And I was sent this for review, so I'm marking this video as paid promotion, but I wasn't paid to make this video and I wasn't expected to make any kind of review of it either. But I've been trying this one out over 2 weeks and I'd like to share my thoughts on it. So if you are interested in what I think of this one and whether it's worth the hype, then please keep watching. So Donna Born in Roma Ivory is the 9th release of the Donna Born in Roma fragrance collection, and I have tried quite a lot of these fragrances. I've had samples of most of them. I remember really quite liking the lemon one. I think Green Extravaganza definitely had a bit of a moment, didn't it? I can see that this line is really popular. I think it's particularly popular in the US. I see a lot of reviewers talking about the Donna Born in Roma line. So I was really intrigued to try this one. So apparently the inspiration behind this fragrance is the idea of Studio 54. So if you don't know, Studio 54 was a really famous nightclub and hangout in New York in the 1970s and 1980s. Really famous musical artists would go there. So people like Cher, Elton John, Mick Jagger, and also lots of fashion models and also lots of fashion designers. So people like Karl Lagerfeld, Calvin Klein, Tom Ford, and also Valentino himself. So that fits in with the brand. So when I think of Studio 54, I think of monochromatic colours. I think of black, I think of white. And I guess for this fragrance, they've gone for ivory because it is called ivory. The box is in this ivory colour and also the bottle too. So it has this very distinctive stud work on it, just like the rest of the Donna Born in Roma line. And that's really a hallmark of the Valentino design for their house. They have this stud work on their handbags and various other articles of clothing as part of the house kind of signature. So next, why are people excited by this fragrance? Well, this fragrance has a listed note of marshmallow. It also has orange blossom, which is often associated with marshmallow accords. And I think marshmallow has just been on trend recently. We've seen other releases with marshmallow notes listed, although not necessarily things that we definitely smell marshmallow in, such as Black Opium Glitter, which was released by YSL last year, I think late last year. But I'm expecting a fluffy, vanillic kind of fragrance when I think of something marshmallowy. I'm thinking powdery, I'm thinking dense, I'm thinking definitely something that has a sweetness to it. So Donna Born in Roma Ivory opens with a sweet citrus in the beginning, but the citrus is really fluffy feeling and muffled. It's covered in a ton of musk, an airy light, but still sweet and even slightly vanillic feeling musk. It smells really smooth in the beginning, and actually the citrus is very quickly replaced with orange blossom. The orange blossom is quite creamy feeling, and it actually makes me think a lot of Black Opium flanker fragrances. I don't think it necessarily makes me think of the whole of Black Opium or the whole of any one of their flankers, but it does really remind me of it. And I'm wondering whether they've used perhaps the same orange blossom accords or perhaps the same vanilla accords, because I definitely do smell a similarity. Black Opium and its flankers are obviously marketed by YSL, and Donna Born in Roma Ivory is marketed by Valentino. Both of those fragrance brands are owned by L'Oreal, so I'm not surprised by some possible overlap in these fragrances. So as this begins to settle, the thing that really begins to pop here is the orange blossom. The orange blossom is the biggest note in the beginning and mid of the fragrance. And the orange blossom here is really lacking the greener aspects of orange blossom. If you smell a natural orange blossom extract, that doesn't really come across here. It's very much more the floral aspects, the fluffier aspects, and the creamier aspects of orange blossom. The orange blossom does die back though, and as this dries down, it becomes more vanillic. The vanilla here still does remind me of the vanilla that's in Black Opium and its flankers. It's a very creamy, white feeling, almost whipped feeling vanilla in the dry down. It's not really that rich, dark or decadent, brown kind of sugary vanilla that you get in other fragrances. The orange blossom is still in the background and the musks feel very enveloping here. It's almost like it's verging on cashmere. There is something very dense and very huggy about this fragrance. So yeah, my overall summary of this fragrance is not really something marshmallowy to me. It's something that's more along the lines of a creamy feeling orange blossom, creamy feeling vanilla, a very light white kind of feeling vanilla, and also a kind of enveloping, huggy kind of musk. So next, longevity and projection, how were they? So longevity, I got quite a few hours out of this one, and I could even smell it the next day on my skin as a very close to skin scent. But I would say really the projection on me fades back dramatically after about an hour and a half, but I didn't spray this on clothes. I think if you sprayed it on clothes, you perhaps could get more impressive projection and also have this as a bigger scent bubble for a longer period of time. So also to check out projection, I always like to take fragrances I'm testing out to work and, get other people to be my guinea pigs. Because actually projection is something you can suss out much better when other people are wearing it, because you can stand a distance away from them, you can suss out the sillage. It's just a better way I find, to judge. So I did take it to work and I got 3 of my colleagues to wear it, and actually this scent, even though they only sprayed it 1 or 2 times, it was pretty nuclear for the first hour and a half. It was something that really was very strong. I could smell it 10 metres away down the corridor very easily, very definitely. And it was something I got a waft of every time I walked to the kitchen. So I think there's really no problems with this one in projection terms, at least in the early stage of the fragrance. I also asked their opinion as well about this one, and I have to say that one of them particularly loved this one. The other 2 just liked it, and they were all varying ages. So one was in the late 20s, one was in the late 30s, and one was in the mid 50s. So my final thoughts on this one are that it's a very sweet, very vanillic, creamy, crowd-pleasing, musky fragrance. I think it's really hard to dislike this one. It did really make me think of Black Opium Flankers, and I think that really reflects the similarity of this fragrance to perhaps other things that are already on the market. I think the profile of this with the orange blossom and the vanilla is just a very ubiquitous combination, especially with the musk. I think it's something that has been a proven market success. It's almost like it's an AI kind of fragrance, and they've picked the notes that are the guaranteed winners. And I think this is a guaranteed winner. Personally, this is not something that I would go and purchase, but I can totally see why people would. So yeah, I think this one's been popular. I think it's already sold out in Sephora US, and I'm sure this will do well in the UK. But yeah, so that's Valentino's Donna Born in Roma Ivory. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, then please do press the like button, and please also consider subscribing if you haven't done already. And please let me know what your experiences are with the Donna Born in Roma line. Do you particularly like this flanker? Have you tried any of the other flankers in this line? Which one is your favourite? And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.